currently, it's really been very inspiring to see how many people have taken a stance and have gone out to protest and to let their voices be heard. And that has also come, obviously, with some negatives and with some challenges, with some criticisms. But I wonder if you could speak to what takes people out into the street with this intention to be heard. What's driving them? Can you help us better understand that? Because I think a lot of people are confused and perhaps even some of us carry judgments about the protests and the activities around looting, for example. Yes, Luke.
For me personally, I believe it's because there's no more time for talking. There's no reason to talk anymore because we've tried to reason for like how long now? We're still trying to reason to this day. We tried to have conversations. We've tried to we've tried performative performative explanations. We've tried think pieces. We're writing think pieces on think pieces. We've written news stories. We've had multiple intellectual discussions on why that we're trying to get the rights that we're deserved. And honestly, there's no more reason for it. Like we've honestly gone down to the last resort, and honestly it's getting into the streets and using our voices, and sometimes even having to get violent. Like me personally, I don't feel like that's the best way to handle a problem. But in this case, it's still going on to this day. 400 years is and still counting. Like I said before, and honestly, that's literally the only reason that we actually get America to actually listen. It's like the same way with Michael Brown. Nobody was actually taking it serious until the riots and all the violence actually implemented, and they've actually took the to turn their attention to the problem.
Mm.
And even though they're still trying to deny like this is the best way, we they're still not looking at the reason for why we're doing this. Like it's not like this all popped up out of nowhere. It's been an underlying system that's gone on for too long. Like it's it's literally time to actually take our voices to where they need to be heard. It's literally time to spread the word. And honestly, it probably this is probably the best time is now. There's no time like the present to actually to take it to these circumstances, and hopefully they'll actually get the result. Like we don't need any more murals, Black Lives murals matters in the streets. Those are cute. We have Dr. Martin Luther King streets being named in every city in America. Those are fine. And you can do your kneeling to tributes. Those are very helpful. Those spread awareness. But until we actually get it actually legalized and actually implemented into the system, there's no more reason to talk about it because we tried everything. Now it was time for us to do something about it. And this is honestly the most effective and the best way to actually change the system to this day. And that's just what it is. That's how I feel about it. And this is the best way to go about it for to get finally achieve change in America.
Your perspective and your honesty are really appreciated. And I saw a lot of head nods, a couple of snaps there. It seems like what Luke was saying was resonating for some of you.
Yes.
If I go ahead and add, I totally agree with a lot of the points that Luke said. I also don't think like personally violence is like always last resort for me. I really don't like violence. Like when you're backed into a corner, I have no other option left. That's when violence is an option. And honestly, that's the point where our community is at. Like Luke said, we've literally tried everything. We said every word that's known to man. We can't create any more new words to change any minds. We've done a lot of, written articles, books, everything you could think of, we've done. And it can't be denied that, people are angry, and they're very upset. And I think, you know, considering that there's a pandemic outside and people still feel the urge to go outside because they're that upset, shows you how, you know, furious we are. So yeah, yeah, I've never been a big fan of violence, but I do feel like that's the only option we're left with at this point. You know, nothing else has worked, and it's gaining a lot of attention. You know, so yeah, that's the point that I feel like we're at right now.
Yeah. So well stated. Thank you, Shemar. Thank you.
But to piggyback on what Shemar said, violence is never the answer. Violence should never be the first result to get things done. But need I mind you, if our lives are so easily disposable, because that's literally what it's become, we're disposable. Just another Black person, let's add them to the list. If we can be that disposable, why can't your stores? Why can't we take them away too? I don't want anyone to physically be hurt, like blood drawn. That's not ever what I wish or pray on. But that storefront can go. These franchises can go. If you could take my life, if death is so easy, when has killing been so easy for people to do? Like, I'm so sorry, but growing up to kill someone is so like gut-wrenching and disgusting and like it's scary. I was raised to fear the person that can kill. If they can kill, they can do anything. So if I'm so easily disposable, why can't your storefronts be disposable as well? Why can't the right of doing what you want to anybody, why can't that be disposable? Why can't you implement more systems that gets these dirty cops off the streets, gets racists off the streets? Why is your police program so easy to get through? Why is it only physical things that you have to pass for the police program? Why aren't there psych evaluations for years? Why are there doctors that they have to wait years and years and years to get a degree to cut someone open? But there are literally cops out here that did a 6 to 12 month program, but they have the power to kill. Does that not sound lunatic? Like, the true definition of an idiot or idiotic person or things is someone doing the exact same thing over and over and over and expecting a difference. How dare I show you my heart and cry to you over and over and over and expect you to be like, okay, no more racist. Okay, no more police brutality. No, I'm not an idiot. My people are idiots. We have showed you how intellectual we are. We gave you Martin Luther King. We have showed you how powerful we are. You've met Malcolm X. We have all these amazing Black people who have showed you what we have to offer, but you still can dispose of us. You still are okay with getting rid of us. Your first priority isn't to put those cops away forever. Take their badges forever. Defund the police. Why is that so? It's easy for you to kill, but it's hard for you to take money out of the police pockets. How crazy does that sound? We have a president that can make jokes about my people being gunned, choked, killed, raped. We have a president that can joke about it. But when we knock out a couple of stores, or when we were protesting, it's an issue. That you find threatening. That you find a problem with. But your president can laugh at my brother being killed. No one finds that crazy. I saw that trending for one day. The president joking. I saw that being a trend for one day, and then it was over with. But you hear about looting, and you're hearing about people protesting, and that's all you're focused on. Let's get these people off the streets. Let's do these curfews. Nobody on the street. If you're not an essential worker, get off the street. Stop killing me. Put the gun away. Put them behind bars. And I'll go home. I don't want to be here. I'm not immune to the coronavirus. My feet hurt. I don't want to be here. How about you give me something that'll make me feel like I'm safe in the country that I'm supposed to love so much? Give me something that'll make me feel safe, and I'll stop tearing up your businesses. And when I say I'm speaking for my Black and brown. I'm speaking for my brothers and sisters. Treat me how I treat you. And I'll give you the peace that you want so bad. Since these couple of days or this week or two have disrupted your everyday life so much, and it's brought so much drama to your life, how about you stop killing my people for the first time in 400 years, and I'll give you something that'll make you smile tomorrow morning. How about that?
We hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's really what I want to touch on too. You know, I've always grown up, and what's gotten me through to where I am today is with the mindset of stop talking and just do it. You know, and I've always been, I know it's kind of been an unpopular opinion around my like fellow Black friends and stuff like that, where I'm saying, well, I told them, I said, not saying I don't see the use of the protest, right? But I'm saying I would rather we stop talking and just do something, right? We have all these the peaceful protests, the Black Lives Matter movement, been around for years. I mean, it's great that it's being highlighted more now, but it's been around. We've been trying to do something peaceful. It made its impact in all of the sports world. Everyone's taking the kneeling, things like that. But like I said, this like everyone has said so far, this fight has been going on for over 400 years. And uh, after George Floyd and how that went out, the time talking is over. If we got to go disrupt stores and make an impact where you can start noticing us, we'll do anything. We'll go tear down stores. We can go do anything. I know I had a non-Black friend of mine call me, say, "Oh yeah, this ain't protests. These riots." I said, "Well, go on, let them riot. If it's gonna get some people to finally start taking notice of us and how we tired of this stuff, then go on. So be it." And I think the problem and the way the media works now is, that's their way of shifting the conversation from what's really the matter that's really at hand. Like Reggie said, yeah, we going out there looting and stuff, and so they shift the conversation to, oh, look at these looters. They destroying businesses, boo hoo, and now nobody cares about, oh, what the message behind of what we trying to do is, right? So I think you know we just got to keep doing that, keep disrupting. It's going to be a challenge with that because they're going to always, the media is going to always try to shift the conversation away. So, but I think we're on the right track. I think we can be able to continue to do what we're doing, and we will see change, but we got to keep disrupting.
So deeply moved by your words and your sentiments. And I want you to know that your voices matter.